Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Roleplay. I'm back on my actual computer, hooray! Also of note, we're starting a new role-playing game. And no surprise, it's the one that we've been setting up with that previous video about what's been going on in the Star Wars D6 game up until this point. To reiterate for anyone who has not watched that video, this is the continuation of a almost decade-old Star Wars-themed role-playing game that actually started long before the new film started coming out, starring myself and Defrog and Morath and Moonstrike Ragamuffin, in addition to others back in college. We now pick up where we left off many years ago with a pseudo-reboot involving a bunch of new characters played by your ever-beloved role-playing cadre, here featuring Belial.
Hi.
Winter.
Moo.
Zombie Cam.
Hi, everybody.
And Time Knight.
Yo.
Also joining us for this initial episode are Morath.
Hello.
And our GM, Defrog.
Yeah, I was about to say, not so much starring as directing on this one.
Yes, and we're also probably, hopefully, going to have Moonstrike Ragamuffin back for a few sessions here and there. Hopefully more often than not, but, we're just seeing how this whole thing works out. So for now, big old cast, 7 people, and our lovely GM. So, Defrog, do you want to take this shit away?
All right, let's do this thing.
All right.
Okay, in proper Star Wars fashion, it is a time of great toil and turmoil and it is a time of great turmoil and trial in the galaxy. A new political movement, the Diversity Alliance, has arisen on the Twi'lek planet of Ryloth, promising retribution from all of the Empire's depredations to the many aliens across the galaxy. Nola Tarkona has gone ahead and put out a bounty on a man named Bornan Thal, an Alderaanian who survived the destruction of his planet and currently runs a trading empire. He has not been seen in months. Our heroes have been contracted, and one of them actually works for the Born Aaron trading fleet, and have been contracted by Aaron Drothal to go ahead and find him before the bounty hunters can. They are currently flying into the asteroid of Borgo Prime, where a number of information brokers can be found. Now, if everyone would please go ahead and put in your characters' names in the chat.
All right.
Yeah.
And why don't you introduce them as you do so, starting with Winter?
Yeah.
Alright, so my character is Brass Milish Caletier, otherwise known as Brass, and he is a contracted scout for, he runs around planets, star charting, mapping. He loves maps so much. And
he is a?
And he is a Gungan. Let the size go, and there we go.
All right.
And Belial, who are you playing?
Day Stamp.
A little bit of description?
Oh, okay. She's a Alderaan, well, I guess survivor. I mean, she was off-world when it happened. Although I suspect nobody could really swim through space like Broly does, but...
For those of you watching along at home and wondering what Alderaan is, it's the planet that got blown up in the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah, it's Princess Leia's planet. It's that one.
They're peaceful people, but Day isn't.
Yeah. Day was an ex-rebel. Or she is an ex-rebel. And currently works as a mercenary for the Born trading
Born Aaron trading fleet.
Yeah. That.
Okay, and Time Knight, who are you playing?
I'm playing Shaknam, a Keldor, a slicer from Nar Shaddaa. He was formerly of a hacker or a slicer organization there that was out to expose the corruption of the Hutts and who basically ran the planet's government and stuff.
Okay,
There's
so,
really no
so we
base
tried
about
to
it. The Hutts are in charge.
we tried to expose the Maltese mafia, and
And he's
Unfortunately-
this lovely orange fellow here with the mask.
Yeah, orange guy with the mask. Basically, what happened was, we got infiltrated and the whole group basically got disbanded, got busted. And fortunately, somehow the New Republic happened to be had some sort of mission there, and I was able to get out and was and that's where I was contracted to be a slicer for them.
Oh, so you're working for New Republic Intelligence then?
Yes.
Okay.
And
they've gotten you out into this group for some reason or another.
And for those of you at
Yeah.
home wondering what a slicer is, it is basically Star Wars sci-fi hacker.
Yes.
why they don't name it hacker?
I know, like
Screw
a
you.
lot of sci-fi calls hackers
It's a-
slicers for reasons.
That's stupid.
Or
It makes
jackers.
no sense.
Or jackers. Yeah.
Okay, but just because people jack off the internet doesn't mean you call them jackers. And at least, no.
But
Okay,
Or
we will
jackers.
go ahead and start with those characters, as they are the ones who are currently on the ships that are inbound to Borgo Prime. Two of you are flying in on a manta-shaped ship known as a Baudo-class star yacht. The other one of you is in your old surplus Y-wing that you had flown back in the Rebel Alliance.
I'm so cool.
Indeed.
Those of you who have some knowledge of the spaceways will know that Borgo Prime used to be a asteroid that had been mined. It was also interesting as an archaeological site for a while. They then mined it out. They turned it into a spaceport because it was in a useful location for hyperlanes, and it had then became the center of finances for the Imperial Remnant, and now it is just a generally large rock that is a hive of scum and villainy that you can find pretty much anything that is illegal here. You do know that there are a number of information brokers who might have information on Born and Thull here. He had been seen here before his disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do?
Well, land, hopefully. That'd be nice.
It'd be a good start, yes.
That would be a good place.
Is there any place that we need to call in to get permission to land?
You actually get a number of different control towers calling to you, all with conflicting orders, all of which seem to be hawking different rates for their landing, or saying, hey, that guy is going to just push your ship back out into space after he's gotten you down on the deck. Come over to mine. We've got free repairs, so on and so forth. It's kind of a bit of a dog-eat-dog world when it comes to landing facilities around here.
Okay. Well, is there any one of them that I've heard for, either via commercials or something, or a friend that I know?
Let's see. Go ahead
Yeah.
and let's see. Where do I have your player character sheets? Do you have anything in the way of knowledge skills there?
I have pop culture, military history, and intimidation.
So you could try rolling pop culture for this one, but I'm not
Oh.
sure it's going to do you much good.
Who cares?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll end up going low prices. Okay, I just need to pull out a couple of more dice.
Billy Mays here.
I like a billion dice. It's fine.
Billy Mays here with a special landing offer.
Billy Mays here with a special landing offer.
Come on down to Crazy Dave's landing pads.
Crazy Dave's. Crazy.
Do you have trouble landing your ship?
I rolled
Being very serious, this kind of shit
I rolled a
happens.
1 on my wild dice, but
Oh,
the
dear.
total is 11.
11. Okay. So from the many different holovids that you have whiled away your time with when not out flying your starfighter, you know that
Now you have to invent a company name, don't you?
No. You know that it is generally better to go ahead and pay more money rather than less in one of these. So you think that it's probably the best idea to go for the glitziest of all these options.
Yes. Great idea.
Awesome.
Does the captain of the Star Yacht have any different ideas?
Doesn't matter what they think.
The captain of the Star Yacht is like, he's like listed all of them down and tries to find the median and goes with that one.
Okay, the median is being run by a Verpine. He is a member of an insectoid race. They're renowned as great engineers, and he is mostly charging for the free overhaul that he will pull on your ship. His landing facilities look less than entirely upscale.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, the really expensive one is being run by a human, and they
thank God.
gone ahead and they've gilded the landing pad itself. It is just really upscale and ritzy, and does that look... That's a red carpet going right out to your ship.
Holy shit. This is the best experience. It's like 5-star dining. It's like going to Dubai in a hotel. And then
Yeah, pretty
not
much.
paying for it.
Well, you'll be paying for this one.
Oh, yes. But it'll be worth it.
Anyway.
It's like
Okie
paying
dokie.
for first
What are you
class.
gonna do?
Well, what are our orders exactly?
Just to
Just look for
Again, you
info?
have been contracted to go ahead and try and find Born in Thull. Technically speaking, Belial, as Day, has been the only person who's actually from the Born Aaron trading fleet. So, ostensibly, she has, order authority over you. But well, you're an independent contractor. You can say, yeah, I'm not going to be paying for that.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I'm just parking down in that median place, getting that fun overhaul.
Okay,
getting
go
that,
ahead and
that
roll
fun
me a basic
overhaul of them stealing-
space transport. You're piloting.
Yeah, I try to collect my dice. Oh, that was a 6. Holy crap! I rolled 3 6s.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll the wild die then.
And a 5. Wow.
Okay, so as you go ahead and make your way towards the landing pad that you thought was a really great idea, someone legitimately tries to pull your ship into their landing pad with a tractor beam. But you just pull, an aileron roll, loop over it, and settle yourself into the Verpine's place.
Geez, competition's really rough these days.
Apparently. Belial, are you going to follow the yacht and keep them, guarded, or are you going to go to the expensive place?
Let me just... Okay. Go to the expensive place, because I rolled another 1, and I was like, alright, hi, I'm gonna go with them. Hello?
Go with the good
No.
feeling.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so Belial, you are going to be tied up for some time negotiating the docking fees and the level of service that you're looking for. And they're kind of wondering why a beat-up-ass Y-Wing is sitting on their pad. But as for the other people who are...
Company, they shouldn't be fucking questioning that. Now,
Oh,
should
they're
they?
questioning internally, but like you get like this snooty like French waiter looking guy coming up to your ship and going like, "Would
Exactly.
Madame care for a valet?"
Perhaps repair.
This is like
Or
a
a new
pillow
ship
mint. It
entirely.
only costs 800
Maybe a new paint
credits.
job and
We
a
can
new
wax
ship.
down your ship with voodoo hide if you'd like, ma'am.
It will be really shiny. No scrubbing the voodoo hide. I don't want no voodoo hide. You know why? There's rumors about, you hear all over on TV that a recent article went out about how people will try and distract you from a poor job by using voodoo hide in order to make it shiny.
I thought you were going to say
Madame, this is a respectable establishment. We would never do such a thing. We simply wish to use the best of all possible resources.
Well, maybe you should use the medium of possible resources.
If Madame so wishes, she can find another establishment on this station. Yeah, but you're going to be stuck there for a little while with the snoots.
Fair.
As for our slicer and our scout, what are you going to be doing? The contract looks to be, very reasonable. Unless you really want to try and negotiate this one, you can go ahead and sign it and get into the station.
Yeah, no need to negotiate. It's fair.
It's a reasonable price.
So yeah, just
All right. Okay. Well, you are going to be able to go ahead and get into the station. It is a bit of a hive, like I said, because it's been built into a number of mining tunnels from when this was still resource rich. You do know that the interior of the station has been largely hollowed out, or the asteroid rather, and the main center point for this place is a bar named Shanko's Hive,
well,
where you can pretty much find whatever you're looking for.
Bars are good places of info.
Are you going to wait for your security guard, or are you going to get going?
There's just a comm link, like ping saying "hurry up," pretty much.
Shut up! I have to figure out if I want the blue voodoo hide, or if I want the red voodoo hide.
Choose the blue. No. But yeah.
Yes, I want the blue voodoo hide.
Oh boy. And let the Jar Jar jokes begin.
Oh man, you're doing a.
Does that mean if my character saves your character, that means he'll have a life debt? Yes, I have a life debt.
Technically speaking, those only count if it's not part of any business transaction. If
No,
you
it's
save
fine.
their life, at this point you are obligated to. So no, there would not be a life debt.
Okay, what if they breach contract and then I do it anyway?
Yes.
That's another matter, then yes.
Nice.
So just get with
like
your
that-
breach contract.
Out of saving somebody out of the goodness of your heart versus when you were obligated to do so.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you're my slave now because I saved you
It'd be
from
very
a
difficult.
purse snatcher.
Oh boy!
but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It also specifically is whether the person who would be saved recognizes that they owe a life debt. So
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Anyway, so you're going to go ahead and, say essentially, hurry up, and are you going to head towards Shanko's Hive?
Yeah.
That seems like the obvious place to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's head over.
After it's almost as if a GM is directing you there.
Oh, it's weird.
A little bit.
But anyway, unless you want to be going somewhere else here on Borgo Prime, you, of course, are able to do so.
Nah. No.
Okie dokie.
I don't need to test my survival techniques. No.
You walk right out into space. Roll new character.
I do a backflip over the railing and out the window. Okay, you're in space. How long can you hold your breath? Roll me stamina. Fuck.
Oh, lordy. Anyway, so as you make your way deeper into the rock, eventually you come to a hollowed out section where the gravity switch shifts so that you're within the outside of a large hollowed out space on the inside. Floating above you is a cone-shaped construct, nearly a quarter kilometer from side to side at the base. And you can see little repulsor platforms that are going up and down towards it.
Okay.
There's a big old neon sign that says Shanko's Hive on it.
Alrighty. Okay.
I guess this is the place.
I guess we go in and find a table and just wait on them.
Yeah.
On him.
Or
Or her.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and get on a repulsor lift platform?
sure. Yeah.
Okay. We will go back to Belial at this point. Belial, you have finally gone ahead and negotiated out everything. At this point, you might be certain that there's going to be some serious questions about your expense account on this. But, well, you're here now, and they did have you for time once you set down on the landing pad, so
It's fine.
in for a Desa credit, in for, a Death Star's worth.
It's fine. They know I take these sorts of routes already. So.
You're kind of infamous for going over your budget.
You are an Alderaanian. You are used to a life of luxury.
See?
Okay.
Anyway.
Now that you have gotten both your ship and your droid pampered...
No, fuck the droid.
Okay, apparently the droid is not going to be pampered.
Yeah, it doesn't get fucking pampered. It's a stupid rust bucket. That's just a fucking extra part of the bill. Gotta save coinage where you can,
Okay, so are you going to be taking your droid with you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, what is your droid's name again?
It's, it is R5P8.
Okay, so, poor little Pate here is going to be trundling along behind you, looking wistfully at the oil baths.
What? What are the oil baths?
Something that it wishes that it was in.
Oh.
Poor Pate has been, out in hard vacuum. It feels like, its joints could really use that oil bath, but you cruel, cruel woman, Day, you're just not letting it.
I noticed him doing it, and I pound his fucking head.
God.
There's a tootling sound, but it goes ahead and turns its dome back to look at the front. And starts almost grumbling in droid speak.
Why? They're fucking rust buckets. Why are you all acting like this is a new
Because
thing?
they're sentient rust buckets.
Did you not fucking... Okay, no.
No,
Luke
when you do that,
shit like
it starts
this.
looking up at you and going ahead and speaking droid speak directly at you. Unfortunately, you don't understand droid speak. You pretty much rely on the translation machine in your cockpit.
Yeah. But either way... Y'all are acting surprised. Luke Skywalker treated robots the way they should.
Yeah. He was not exactly kind to poor 3PO.
To be fair, 3PO is also a dick, but he always treated R2 with respect.
No, he didn't.
Yoda
Not
didn't.
at first.
Obviously not.
But yeah, continuing.
Anyway, are you going to be going to try and find your wayward charges?
Wayward charges? What's that?
The Gungan
Evil
and the
just
Keldor.
Oh yeah, I'll find those
Idiots.
people.
Okay, as you head down the corridors, there is a number of other advertisements for high-end stuff that you're going to have to make your way by, as well as attendants that are going to try to hard sell on you for things. You would damn well swear, if you had the cultural referent, that you were in a shopping mall food court and you were walking by the Chinese food place.
Ooh. So what you're saying is George Lucas made a few cultural inspirations here.
Yeah, sure, why not? It's going to take you a little while to make your way through. Anyway, back to our other two introduced characters so far.
Pick up like a calzone or two along the way.
You have finally made your way up to the large cone of stone that is going by the name of Shanko's Hive. And when the doors open in front of you, you immediately see a Wookiee roaring and fighting with a lizard-like alien.
Oh, just ignore it and
Are they like
find
fist
a
fighting
tape.
or are they like shout fighting?
No, they're fist fighting. It's actually to the point that as you watch, the Wookiee goes ahead and rips off the lizard being's arm and starts beating it with it.
I don't want to get this thing on my ass. Hell no.
Okay, let's
There
get
are some people who are watching and cheering as this goes on. There are others who are just studiously ignoring it and looking into their drinks.
I'll tell you what, if I was there, I'd be cheering.
Jesus.
Okay, let's.
Yeah.
What do?
So I have a question, real quick.
Mhm.
Is this where my character is right now?
Yes, you are here right now.
Okay. So I've supplied the spacers walking in. I take it.
Yeah, well,
Or am I
there's a
fixing
number
it?
of spacers just in general that walk into this bar. There are entrances around the circumference of the base.
But I meant the new ones that just walked in front of the fight.
Well, if you can spot them past the fight, yeah, sure, you might have noticed them.
Okay. Because I'm looking for this kind of person, specifically.
Okay.
So, yeah, you will probably see a Gungan crawling out of this fight. And
It's like
we're
past
taking
the
all
eye,
his
the
limbs
far.
are theirs. Then takes a sigh.
Oh no!
Thank God.
Okay,
Okay, and that was the perception
okay,
roll?
Morath, why don't you go ahead and describe your character then?
Alright, so my character is a blonde woman, about 6 feet tall. Currently wearing a set of what looks to be stripped down, insignia stripped and all that military armor. From the Happen Consortium, which we will get into later, but essentially it's blue armor with gold like across the shoulders and trimming. But she essentially just like she's imposing due to her size, but otherwise she is she looks like an average blonde bombshell that you would see if you created it in a lab in California.
Let's put it this way. Over the past hour, you have been approached with variations of the line, "What's a pretty girl like you doing in a rough bar like this?" 3 times at least.
Yes. Even though the people who approached me with it saw what happened to the other guys.
Yeah, that's what the
Encourages the thing.
Wookiee is doing.
Total of 8. I roll because I have a perception of 2D. But
The
To do
Wookiee's
what?
a white knight. That's...
to spot these people that are coming past the fight.
You might have a little bit of trouble noticing them past the flying Trandoshan's blood. Oh, for the record, if any of you have seen Wookiees on a regular basis before, this is actually a female.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. That's sexy.
I have
I
not.
like a woman who can.
I'm glad to know that you like a hairy woman, Leo.
What?
But,
Yeah, Wookiees are actually kind of based off of some dude's
Like-
dog that Lucas saw one day. Random fun fact. Alright, continue.
Okay, but yeah, you're probably
So-
not going to be able to spot.
I'm gonna go get a fucking drink while I wait. God damn it.
So, Winter, what are you doing?
Well, give me a sec. There we go. Brass will start like looking for anyone who isn't too drunk to not have a conversation, or is too enveloped in the fight to have a conversation. It's pretty much looking for someone to have a conversation with.
Well, it
to
is a
learn
very
about.
large bar. There are many people that you could choose from with that. If you're looking around the place, you can obviously see that the bar goes up in tiers around the outside with a number of walkways going back and forth with a fairly large central bar there with an alien that you've not seen before. There are simply incredible number of arms on this creature.
Okay, that immediately tracks Brass's attention, and he tries to not necessarily creep, because that's a really bad word for it, but he's trying to walk over and
Okay, so you're going to try and
Sorry.
edge your way around the fight?
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Misa back.
Hey,
follow him.
Okay.
boy.
And time it.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, so you're gonna make your way to the bar. As you get closer, you notice that the alien has eyes all around its head, and it is mixing up, from what you can see, at least 5 drinks simultaneously.
That's fucking awesome. Is
Dude,
it
I want
Dexter
to be friends
Jexter?
with that.
Yeah.
We should go to Dexter Jexter's Diner.
It's a bit far away from here.
I love the lore on Dexter Jexter in the legend.
Yeah, he was
man.
essentially Indiana Jones, and then he made a diner. Why not?
Why not?
That would be a better story for Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones than the Crystal Skull.
Ouch! Ouch!
They
Shots
have-
fired.
They have, and apparently on Wikipedia they have like what kind of food he serves,
Yeah.
like a list.
Yeah,
Welcome
his-
to Star Wars. We have these things.
His menu showed up in a reference book for the Phantom Menace, or no, the Clone Wars.
Anyway,
Yeah. For the record, also contained within this bar is a blue-skinned alien who is sitting at a table with a one-armed teenage Wookiee and a
Ooh, that's fucking sexy.
and a and a couple of humans. One of them black-haired, one of them blonde-haired. Duhad, would you care to introduce yourself?
yes. So the blue alien, the Duros, sitting at the table, is named Washin Kag. He is a Jedi in training, currently, dealing with the loss of most of his friends at the end of his most recent adventure. He is a young fella, only about 16, and deeply troubled by just about everything. But despite that, he has been slowly rising to the occasion over the last 2 years. He is here today with a few of his friends and some people who are friend-like, while trying to figure out what his next actual move is. And while sitting at this bar, he is mannishly drinking a stiff glass of something that quite resembles water.
The bartender, who is the eponymous Shanko, has given you a bit of a eye at that, but then he had noticed your lightsaber and kind of got it. You do notice that there's been a Force sensitive who's been kind of floating around the room, but a new one just came in. Less powerful, but someone who does have, actually 2 Force sensitives who have been floating around the room, but you've just had another one come within your awareness.
Right.
You also would know that there is a fight going on. It's not quiet.
Yeah, Washin's very aware of the fight and has been scooching further and further back into his chair the longer it's been going on for. But at the notice of the sensing of the Force sensitive in the bar, he none too subtly tries to look around for them after making a small jump,
Okay, the one that you can really tell where they are appears to be either a Gungan or a Keldor who's coming towards the bar.
I nudge Lobaka, which is the name of the Wookiee, the one-armed Wookiee, and whisper to him, one of those two, point to the two, I think one of them is Force sensitive.
Loey growls back to you, and then suddenly from his belt pipes up a incredibly infuriating voice saying that Master Lobaka concurs.
Oh, good. I'm not crazy. Great. So, should we?
He also goes ahead and he also observes that there are at least 2 others besides ourselves in this bar.
What?
Most unusual.
That's new. That's new on me.
They have to be Sith. No.
No, God, no. Oh, jeez. So, should we talk? Go and maybe have talk. Talk. Meet.
The black-haired man with pale skin and who has his hair pulled back into a ponytail folds his arms. Yeah, I'd say that'd be a good idea.
Right. Yeah. So let's do that thing. Yeah. He takes the glass of water and drinks it, and then puts it down on the table firmly with a slight clink, and then stands up and starts edging around the fight, giving as much space as possible.
It wouldn't be very hard at this point. That's more out at the edge.
That's fair. He's still giving it more room than it really needs.
So as the 4 Jedi in training go ahead, 3 Jedi in training and 1 bounty hunter scumbag go ahead and try and find themselves a table, the 2 of you go ahead and walk up to the bar. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Perception. Any specific skills I could?
No, it isn't.
No, this one's pretty much just going to be a basic noticing sort of thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm staring at search.
Unless you
I'm
got,
that's a
search.
skill. Okay,
You got
so
search, go ahead and use that.
4 d6. I rolled a 1 on my wild die, and
10 plus
10 in total.
10 in total. Oh, Lord.
I got a 14 total.
14 in total. Okay, so... Time Night. Winter.
Yeah.
Both of you notice that the young blonde gentleman with a somewhat cherubic doe-like face that is walking off with the Duros, the one-armed Wookiee, and the black-haired young human is the son of your employer.
Oh.
Winter,
Yep.
you think that it's a wonderful idea to call out to this young man.
Oh man!
With his actual name, last name included.
Yes. I don't know it by heart, so hello, blah,
Raynar
blah,
Thal.
blah. Hey, Raynar Thal, what you doing here?
Dodgson, we've got
A
Dodgson
number
here.
of eyes all swivel towards you.
Ah, crap.
I would like to make
Okay, and quick cut to Khalil's character, who has just come to the entrance of Shekko's hive.
I may or may not have another hat.
You have another hat.
Okay. Stuffing the tag under the brim, because I don't know how to fucking remove these fantangled things.
Oh, Lord.
I probably hear a bunch of commotion inside.
Yeah, as the doors open, they're well soundproofed. They split apart, and you hear a shout of, "He's mine!" And a bunch of people all surging towards the 2 people that you're supposed to protect, and the boss's son.
Oh, good old Varfied.
Okay, so, quick thing. Morath, what were you going to try and do?
Now that they are now prominent, my low perception shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
What I noticed, the Jedi robes that the Duros is wearing,
Yes.
with a lightsaber prominently.
Well, not
Well, I
prominently.
mean, you might not see the lightsaber prominently, but
Right.
you would definitely notice the Jedi robes. You also might notice that, there's a Wookiee that has a belt, and that belt does have a lightsaber on it, along with the translation droid.
Right. Is there a woman amongst that group?
There is not.
Okay. Regardless, either way, if there was a woman, that would be who I would assume was in charge. My character comes from a matriarchal society,
Okay.
so they would assume that
Would
a
they
woman was
have
in
knowledge
charge.
that every other place in the world doesn't work that way?
Basically, but that doesn't mean that they would not assume that a woman was in charge of, a group of peaceniks.
Wait, how do you know the Wookiees?
No,
I don't.
the Lady Wookiee.
That's fair.
Yeah, so
That's fair.
there might be a Lady Wookiee boss.
God.
Yeah. So, no, upon noticing the lightsaber, I'm going to, amongst this, walk over, looking at every single person in the bar as I do so, and stand next to them.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. So, unless someone is going to actually defuse this, this is probably going to turn into a bit of a cluster.
Oh boy.
Okay, fuck.
So everyone in the bar is attacking the target, right? Person they're meant to protect.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the thing is, Zombie, you're not part of that group.
No, I know.
You're just someone who's here.
I don't think they would sock a
do
child
notice
in the
that
face
some of
so
them
easily.
feel special.
Oh,
Actually, that group in general feels special.
we should probably actually take the opportunity to quickly describe Zombie's character if he's now in the scene.
Well, I don't know if I'm in the scene.
Oh, fair enough.
No,
I
you're
don't know.
within the scene if you want to be within the scene.
Who's the person that they have to protect?
Born in Thul, he's basically a rich kid.
That's who they were trying to find. It's Raynarthal, actually.
Raynarthal, yeah.
Who is the son of Bornenthal.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, wait, shit. Okay,
For the record, he is also wearing robes that are relatively similar to what Washin is wearing.
Right, but I've been around and seeing the announcements of who's being looked for as far as that goes, right?
Yes, actually on a number of holotanks around the bar, there has recently been a Bounty Hunters update show with a man from Socorro and a Twi'lek who have been talking about the latest bounties, especially about how no one's found the biggest bounty around, the bounty for Bornenthal.
In which case, my character will speak up at this. I do not believe I saw him on the bounty board.
Wow, that's real.
That's a great.
Like looking at everybody around the thing, reaching definitely for my cuffs. He was not on the bounty board. He's a civilian.
Okay, so, Morath. A perception check?
Perception?
Perception.
No senses added, I assume. Mainly because I don't have much of it.
Yeah, you don't have a full D in that.
Why didn't you just do racism? You should have just said, those stupid Gungans.
Is there
always
a skill
mistaking all of those
What was
humans.
that?
That was actually
Is there a
our fault.
skill applicable?
Do you have search?
I do.
Go ahead and use that.
Okay.
Well, you don't have an extra.
I don't have an extra
point.
D in it.
Yeah,
but,
so
like,
go ahead and roll
I don't
2D.
take a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having some trouble with my dice bag at the moment. By which I mean it moved all my D6s to the bottom.
Awesome.
Total a 6 on the force die, and a 3 otherwise. So a total of 9.
Reroll the 6.
Right. Total of 12.
12. Okay, you are going to notice that someone behind you decided to go ahead and swing at the back of your head.
I feel sorry for that person. I'm going to use my martial arts techniques to perform a lock.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Well, this is not
Right.
de-escalating the situation.
I'm gonna use a
Very much so.
lockpick on their face.
I'm going to unlock your face with my
I'm gonna
fist.
I'm gonna unlock your heart. And then you
A
kiss
2
them.
on the die on the force die, by the way.
Mhm.
Then the roll continues.
23.
23. Okay, well, being that you're a happen and more of a strikey sort of person, you're not going to be able to go ahead and put them into a joint lock or anything, but as they swing at your head, you are able to go ahead and weave out of the way and put a back fist straight through their stupid nose.
Who was it?
You don't know, you haven't seen them yet. That was a blind
Okay.
strike.
Fair enough.
You might want to roll some damage there. Give me strength.
Strength, just strength.
Just strength.
That's 4D, so.
Howdy.
5 on the die, by the way, on the wild die.
I only need to know if it's a 6 or a 1.
All right, I'd like to use one of my feats to go. It's high
14.
noon and
11.
Shoot everybody.
and shoot literally everyone.
How are you gonna do that with no
Including-
gun?
No, that.
Okay, the person staggers back, bleeding from their lip. Looks like they were a human.
Okay. So can I?
The crowd starts to let out an audible growl.
Yeah. So can someone who isn't who isn't going to punch someone in the face take a turn trying to de-escalate this?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. That just happened because that's how things work. We will now be working off of initiative. How this will be talking, and Morath, you're currently excluded from this because you just acted. This is going to be a speak first, act first. You have 2 questions before you must take your action.
Sorry, punch nearest person next to me.
Okay, roll brawling!
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes. Fuck yes. I love this shit. Oh my god. Fuck yeah. Oh, it's a strength roll.
When you say 2 questions, do you mean 2 questions about the scene?
2 questions about the scene. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going. Since I'm excluded from at least opening initiative, I'll. move
Alright,
myself
that's a
through.
total of 11.
11. Okay. Well, good news. You didn't roll a 1 on the wild die, did you?
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay. So good news. You did not punch the Trandoshan, who was entirely too close to you. I mean, bad news is they probably would have been pretty easy to be knocked out after being beat about the head with their own arm. And
Oh no, wait.
go ahead, roll strength again for damage.
Oh, the same roll?
Yeah.
That's how you use damage? Wow.
Yeah, with
Okay.
brawling.
Wow, I did okay on this roll now.
What'd you get?
Hold on, I have to... Oh, no, stop calculator. Okay. That is 14 in total. Wait, do you add your brawling or no?
Yeah, if you've got brawling, go ahead and add it
Okay.
to that.
Yeah, sweet. So that's a 14 in total.
Okay. Actually, technically, you're supposed to just roll straight strength for the damage, but it's not a problem. You beat by
Oh,
enough.
really? It would have been...
You go ahead and you just pop up and rabbit punch someone in the back of the head, and they just fall over. It's your
Yes!
choice whether or not to yell bar fight.
Yes, I will. Bar 5.
Okay, the call has been made. This is now a bar fight.
Damn it!
Oh,
A bar fight across a quarter-kilometer diameter bar.
Yes!
Why does this keep
boy.
happening?
People who have not had their weapons taken away from them.
What?
I probably
Yeah,
don't
people have weapons here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's even better.
At the bar, a Gad starts playing
And
honky
half
tonk
the
on a
party
piano.
was killed before the mission even started.
Okay, who's gonna speak up?
I grab Rainer Arthal and like jump with him behind the bar.
Okay, that shouldn't be too hard for you. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity here.
Okay.
I love this. How large is the
Can
bar
I throw
again?
dodge in here?
You know what? Sure, go ahead and throw dodge in there.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of ones.
It's you're trying to dodge a bar fight itself.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 7.
Literally.
That's a 7 to jump behind the bar with Raynor.
Never.
It's a good thing that was very easy, but you bump Raynar and yourself a bit when you go over the bar.
Yes,
You just barely miss Shanko himself. If you had done that, bad things might have happened.
Yeah.
As it is,
where
he's
is the
objecting to
bartender?
your position behind the bar. You notice that there are a bunch of controls back here.
Oh god. Okay, so just to like point this out, the way I see this happening in my head is that like because of that roll, like he intended to grab him and like leap over the bar, instead he grabs him, the two of them just sort of flop over the bar.
Oh
and
yeah,
land
no,
on the
you
back.
took out glasses on the way. That's
Yeah.
actually what he's objecting about at the moment.
Yeah.
You just destroyed some drinkware.
Yeah. Sorry. I look at the. If I have any time left in my turn, I want to try and find out what these buttons do.
Are you going to just start pressing them?
I would like to know what they do first.
Okay, go ahead and roll me. Let's see, what do you have on your sheet here? Do you have anything that is worthwhile for this?
Shoot first,
I don't
think later.
think so. Pop culture, maybe. I might be able to kind of get an idea of what these.
You know what? You've got a pretty decent technical basic. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay, just straight tech. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
Couldn't
better.
you use sense tech?
No, that's Morath who has technomancy.
Sense tech is just you being able to sense these things rather than understanding their entire ability.
Okay, that's a 9.
9. Okay. These look somewhat like security control panels, though some of them seem to be like slave controls for droids.
I cover my eyes and press the droid ones.
Okay, you just saved Shanko a little bit of trouble. Around the edge of Shanko's hive, open up a series of doors, and in them are very large bouncer droids.
Oh, good.
Oh boy. So, Brass is going to go into his pack, pull on his all-temperature cloak, and just try to blend in and try to not take fire.
Are the
Okay, Brass, do you have sneak?
No! Which makes us better.
Okay, so roll perception.
Are these
something he's good at?
question? Are these bouncer droids armed? And if
Yes,
so,
with stun weapons.
oh, stun. Okay, well, that's not the first time I've been hit
You
with a
don't
stun.
know for certain. It would be a good bet that they would have stun weapons of some sort.
Okay, well, as long
It's
as
also
they're
an
not
hive
armed.
ability, so like it could be murder weapons.
What's that for 1 again? 10 again.
Okay, 10 to try and sneak. Okay, so here's what you've pretty much done. You've dove below a table, and you've wrapped the cloak around the table, and you're hoping that no one decides to look under the cloak, and assume that it's a tablecloth. This might be the only table in Shanko's hive that has a tablecloth, but hey, you could get lucky.
That sounds perfect.
Does anyone else have a move that they want to pull?
I have a couple of questions.
Okay, Zombie, go ahead. You've got 2 questions.
This is a few more than 2, but a couple of them are about
No,
the
you only
universe.
get 2.
Okay. Is there another way out?
There are many ways out of this place, yes.
Okay. So could there be like a ventilation shaft?
One of them is death.
There may be ventilation shafts around, but they're going to be higher up, so you'd have to climb to get to them. The primary exits out of here are all around there, but they each have a bouncer droid next to them.
Can we now establish your character, since it sounds like you definitely are in this scene?
Okay. My character is Demonath Farnwax, or Demi for short. The nickname also meaning half-size, which is fitting given that he's only 12 years old, so because he's very short. He is force-sensitive, although he has no knowledge of this, and only a cursory knowledge of the mythology of the Jedi. He has, for as long as he can remember, been living on the move, stowing away aboard ships and jumping to other ships when they dock in the hopes of winding up somewhere he can call home. He is self-sufficient, but secretly feels extremely lonely.
This sounds like a pre-build.
That's because I wrote that down and read it back. So.
I know. It sounds like someone would
Just,
actually make this for a game, like for a system.
It does sound. It isn't one of the stock characters in D6. I can tell you that much, but it sounds like.
Yes, it sounds like it was actually professionally written.
Yeah.
It's almost as
Okay,
if.
so what does Demi want to do?
Punch another.
Second question. If I were to capture this target and deliver him to somewhere where I could trade him in, how much money would I get?
Raynar Fell does not have a bounty on him. The bigger issue with Raynar is that he might be able to... okay, so a person might assume that he knows where his dad actually is. They might assume that they can use him as a hostage to try and draw his dad out of hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Or they might have just misheard and drunkenly assumed, hey, that's Born Thull!
Right.
Either way.
You being 12 are probably not drunk, and you would know that Raynar Thull has no intrinsic value of his own.
Okay. How old is he?
Thull, if you could ever find him, he's worth a lot of money.
And how old is this kid? Last question.
Raynar Thull is going to be 15.
Okay.
Dude's also wearing Jedi robes.
Oh, okay. I would like to also jump behind the bar. So a little 12-year-old kid sees him get pulled over behind the bar, and then jumps after him, and I want to like grab him and try and pull him towards an exit.
Oh lord. Okay, so go ahead and make me a dexterity roll. Mm-hmm. If you have dodge, go ahead and add that.
I don't have dodge, so.
Okay.
Is there a drawback for not having dodge?
No, not in this case. It's just something that you could add on to it if you had it.
Oops, that's wrong. 14.
14. Okay, you are able to get over the bar much more gracefully than the Duros and the boy did. Now that you are here, you can try and grab him and drag him.
Yes, I would like to drag him towards an exit.
Okay, he is going to be stunned enough. Yeah, he's going to be stunned enough at this point that you could go ahead and get your hands on him. Roll strength to try and drag him away.
Okay. I actually have jumping/climbing, so I could have added that. But...
No, that's technically something different, but...
Okay. I rolled a 5.
5. Okay, as you try and, pull a larger kid away, he turns, by grabbing at the back of his robes and yanking, and he turns around with a confused look on his face. Let me see here. He isn't moving. Like, you are legit, like, holding his robe and going, tug, tug, tug. What are you doing? That's about the moment when a bottle goes flying past his ear and shatters against the back of the bar. He then looks away from you, and the next 3 bottles that go flying at him
all
go zipping back the way they come, with nothing touching.
I see this happen, and my eyes bulge out of my head as I imagine I sort of realize maybe what this is from the
you might get a guess that the fact that a human's apparently exhibiting telekinesis, that this might, and is wearing a robe, that this might be a Jedi.
Do I notice that this is happening?
No, you're currently in your fight.
Okay,
so
telekinesis, not who's
that would be something you probably wouldn't notice due to fighting someone.
Yeah, you're like legit punching
fly all the time.
Yeah, like there's balls flying everywhere, fists flying everywhere, like.
Yeah. So I believe at this point all we have left is time. What are you doing?
Okay, here's my first question.
Sure.
Alright. Are there any, like, environmental things that I could use to create a smoke screen or something like that?
This being a bar, you would be pretty sure that there should be, like, smoke generators or something here for, like, shows and that sort of stuff. You don't know where they are, however.
Well, you know where they are. The bouncer machines, if you smash them hard enough.
Now, you see, if you just get tequila, and then you just lay it all over the ground and you throw a match, you'll create fire, which creates smoke. Anyway.
Okay, let's see.
Essentially, the idea is a good one. You could probably assume that the bar has some sort of things like that. You just need to figure out where the actual controls for that sort of thing would be, so you could then slice in and make it happen.
Maybe they'd be behind the bar.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it is... Is there something I could roll to, like, figure out where that is?
You know what? Go ahead and do systems analysis.
Systems...
Or
I have
diagnosis.
system diagnosis. Okay, that's
Yeah,
my
that'll work for you.
+2. Okay, that's as a 40 plus 1. Okay.
Roll them bones.
Let's
Rolling,
shoot.
rolling.
Alrighty, that is
Rolling.
that's 16 total.
16. Okay. You are not for certain where they are, but you bet that the under the bar is behind the bar is probably a pretty good bet on this sort of thing. Alternatively, there might be all the way at the top of here, like a control booth for these sort of things. Yeah, one of the two of those is likely.
Yeah, I feel like the safest route to go is to hop over the bar.
Okay, go ahead and roll me dex. If you've got dodge, add that.
Everyone climb over the bar.
No.
Yeah, no,
Just
except for the
no.
brawler who's going to keep on like the brawlers who are going to just pound the shit out of everyone.
2.
Like, you
Plus-
realize you left Lobaka and my character out there in the middle of a field of people who want to fight. Like, that's just a thing.
Well, to be fair, Lobaka isn't exactly a brawler. He's kind of a... Also, especially not after he lost his arm.
He's a
He is a massive nerd, but he's still a Wookiee.
Maybe you can take one of the arms of the one guy who lost his
2d
Hey, there you go.
plus
his arm.
2. Okay, that's
There is
that's
one
3D,
Trandoshan
then.
with 2 less arms. Like,
See, you just got to take it. Bam.
Boom.
Okay, that's a 3D. Okay.
Hey, welcome
And
to
that
Dexter's China.
That's a roll. There we go. 11 total.
11. Okay. You go ahead and you get over the bar, which makes another spout of complaints come out of Shanko. After this point, Zek hops over the bar, looking at you, Washin, and going, "You're gonna get me kicked out of here. I like this bar." He pulls a blaster pistol and charges it. Shanko actually seems to look kind of kindly on him and goes, "No, boy, I like you."
We shouldn't really be in a bar. I mean, it's...
we're only
Actually,
16!
actually, at this, I look over and notice Zombie's character for the first time. And I'm like, wait, what the hell?
By the way, while this is going on, a Wookiee roars and there is the snap hiss of a lightsaber igniting.
Oh.
Suddenly, a large portion of the floor is bathed in bronze light. A bunch of people back off from the Wookiee. He might only have one arm, but he's got a lightsaber.
Cowering under the desk for the win. Full table.
Okay, the bouncer droids start to wade into the crowd, and at this point, the bar is suddenly shuttered around. So, our intrepid under-the-table person...
People.
Well, you guys behind the bar. I'm
We're
under the
a
table.
bar, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all
no,
cowering in different places.
you're behind the armored shutter. You're well off. Like, the inside of that just lights up with a hologram view of what's going on in the bar, but you guys are behind armor at this point.
Okay.
Meanwhile, our Gungan hiding under the table, a hand shoots through the gap in your cloak and is grabbing at you. Roll dodge.
Or even better,
Or
accept
don't.
fate.
Yeah, there are the two.
Accept your death.
Die with
Okay.
I've
dignity,
accepted fate on
fuck
multiple
Can I
occasions.
please change my wild die to roll 3 ones in a row?
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, after this roll, you can go ahead and change your wild die. So what'd you get as your total?
12.
12. Well, that was a very, very good roll. You go ahead and you put your legs at the, on the ground, and you just hop back from that arm that was reaching through and was going to grab you right in the snout. You fly through your cloak, collecting it with you as you go through the air. Man, you really got away from that guy. And then you thump into the back. Your back thumps into a very large and solid presence behind you. It's not hard like a wall. In fact, it kind of gave, like it might have been blubbery a little bit. If you look up behind you, you see what looks like a giant killer whale that decided to go ahead and walk on 2 feet and have arms, turn towards you and growl.
Fun fact: killer whales are the most vicious fucking hunters
in
in
the ocean.
The ocean, yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Erglics aren't any sort of joke either.
Time to run.
Crack.
Can I run away?
Yeah.
You can try.
Just imagine it's like a Scooby-Doo thing where it's like this young kid just goes like, "Oh no!" like running in place for a second before trying to run off.
get out of here.
Alright. This time I didn't roll a 1 on my wild die.
That's good.
2.
What'd you get?
14.
Ruh-roh.
14. That's good.
I did actually roll a 2 on my wild die, Leo.
Oh my god,
14,
really?
huh?
Yeah.
That's a real good roll. Shame it wasn't good enough. The arms of it just wrap around and pull you into a bear hug. Boy, this guy's strong.
This guy really likes you.
You're about to experience some impromptu chiropractic.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, top of order. Graham, I
Actually,
believe
before we go into the top of
It's
the order.
actually me. Or wait, no.
Yeah, real
no,
fast
no,
before
it
we
is-
go into the top of the order. It's been about an hour, so I'm thinking we take a very short break and cut the recording to allow for this to be broken up easily.
Sounds good to me.
We will see you guys next video
Cool.
for more of this ongoing fight. See you soon.
Oh boy, this is going well.